So we have a new exotic coming to the Division 2, and the survivability that it gives you is pretty insane. Now, will it be enough to replace some of our fan favorite exotics that we currently use, like the Memento Bag or the Catharsis that we use for survivability and damage? Now, the one cool aspect about this is that it's not a blue core and it has crit chance and crit damage. So it's weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage. So you technically could run this on a build that has an insane amount of damage, maybe an all red build, sacrifice a little crit chance or crit damage, and still have the survivability. So in year 7, season 1, on May 27th, we will have a new exotic holster called Nimble holster. If you guys remember, Nimble was a talent from the Division 1. Now, the way it works is you receive repairs of 5% of your total armor for every 1 meter you run from cover to cover. Now, on top of that, any damage taken while moving from cover to cover, so say you take 1,000,000 damage, well, that will be healed over 10 seconds. So the holster works technically like a double healing effect, and that's why I think this could be something you could put on certain builds and even those red builds, because you really could sacrifice maybe some crit chance or crit damage by taking off a Cheska piece or taking off a Grupo piece, and then you still have the red rolls from the holster to deal damage. But let's take a look at the holster a little bit more closely. So you're gonna see I end up taking so much damage that my armor breaks, but when I'm moving from cover to cover, the healing that I'm also getting from the damage I took while I was moving to cover is all given back to me. So it's almost like if I had a Memento backpack, or if I popped a med kit and then I started moving, right? The fact that you can heal this much is pretty insane to see. Now, will it have a place in our current meta? Who knows? It's really early on, but I think there will be some players out there that come up with some creative builds. And I think for the simple fact that it has all red rolls, gives players a reason to actually try this on their DPS builds. Now, I actually put it on an armor regen build, and then I took off Adrenaline Rush and put Bloodsucker so Adrenaline Rush wouldn't be proccing as much. So that way I could see how much survivability this really had. But when I did test it with Adrenaline Rush, I'll tell you, it was kind of insane. Now, if you look at this gameplay here, this is actually with Bloodsucker, so I don't have the Adrenaline Rush proc, but the healing that you get from cover to cover is already a substantial amount. Now, you top that off with the healing you get from the damage taken while you're moving from cover to cover over 10 seconds, and your survivability even gets stronger. Take a look at this gameplay here. I'm actually gonna go to cover, and then I'm gonna sit in cover and just see my healing. Look how I'm still taking a little bit of damage, and my healing is still going up, right? That's what's crazy about this. The fact that you already get crazy amount of heals when you're moving from cover to cover, and then you also get the damage taken while doing cover to cover healed over 10 seconds is a win-win in my book. But there's so many times in this gameplay where my healing actually saved me. Like, I go almost blackbarred, but I survive and the healing kicks in instantly. Now, obviously, you're gonna see in a second, I do die because I'm trying to take as much damage as I can while I'm sitting in cover just to see how this would work. But I think there is going to be a place for this holster. It just depends on what you want to sacrifice. Will you be willing to sacrifice some damage to add a piece like this that could give you some pretty good survivability? Will be the question that you're going to have to answer for yourself. Now, once this holster does come out in year 7, season 1, remember this is going to be coming out with Battle for Brooklyn. We do have a seasonal pass, and this is going to be part of those free items that are in that seasonal pass. So for any of you guys wondering how will you get this one will be tied to the seasonal pass content. When I see exotics come out like this, I think this would be a perfect time for the devs to allow us to at least run 2 exotic gear pieces on a build. I understand they don't want us to run all exotic pieces on a build for balancing purposes, but I think at this point, something like this with maybe a Coyote mask or maybe even the new Tinkerer mask, it would probably go really well together. I kind of want to know, what do you guys think of the new exotic holster, the Nimble holster coming to the Division 2 in year 7 of season 1? Do you think you could find builds that this will work great with? Do you have a build right now that you could probably swap this piece in for that maybe you don't use an exotic and it would fit perfect with your playstyle and allow you to gain a little bit more survivability? Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, this is a showcase for the Nimble holster, which I think should have a place in the Division 2. Now, the bigger question is, will we want to get rid of some of our fan favorites, Memento, Catharsis, Coyote, or even the new Tinkerer mask that will be coming out later on in year 7 of season 1. But that's it for the video, guys. If you made it this far, if you could do me a favor, leave a thumbs up. It definitely helps me out. And if you guys aren't subscribed to this channel and you guys want to know more about the Division franchise as a whole, Division 2, future news on Division 3, subscribe to this channel because this is going to be the best place for you to grab all that information. I'll see you in the next one. Nothing but skills out.